use numbers. They always use numbers to get out their message. Patrick Mahomes have 333 passing yards. Hartman catches the winning touchdown. 1 + 2 is 3. He scores the winning touchdown when it's 3 seconds left.
Atmosphere. That's why we had giants. That's why we also had these giant trees. That's why we had the sequoias. And Joe cut me off on the giants, but you can dig down there. You can see it in the 1800s newspapers, throughout the 1800s and early 1900s.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave, the new and improved man cave, I should say. Got tired of the green screen, thought I'd cut it out, build up my man cave. We're gonna make this sick back here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking of a nice fish tank back here, either a 5-gallon planted beta tank that I'll make look sick, or a 10-gallon glowfish tank that glows in the dark. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. 5-gallon beta tank, my dream marine land portrait tank, or a 10-gallon glowfish tank? Y'all know what to do down below. But hey, before we get into this reaction, I just want to let you guys know I did a reaction on my other channel of a police body cam, dude speeding with 160,000 fentanyl pills in his trunk. He gets caught up, snitches, all that. If you guys want to see that, link down below. Make sure you guys go subscribe. We're doing a giveaway when we get to 1,000 over there. We got a long ways to go, so let's hit that sub. But anyways, you know my slogan. Enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction. All right, here we go, CaveFam. Let's get into this reaction. We're going out there. We're gonna go play ball by ourselves over there in left field, y'all. So let's sit back, let's enjoy. Got me a nice glass of cold water. Let's have some fun. Enjoy the show.
The Super Bowl this year was a massive ritual to Saturn, using alchemical symbolism for you-know-who, the devil. Alicia Keys came out as a Scarlet Woman dressed in all red. The purpose is to manifest the energies of the new Aeon of Horus, which is why Usher was wearing only the left glove, the left hand pass. Usher used the symbolism of alchemy to show us turning lead into gold, or the transmutation of the soul, when he came out on the black stage. Then he was dressed in white, and he ended up on the stage of fire, all while wearing a phoenix pin. We got opposing polarity symbolism of the checkerboard of Freemasonry, and even the big one, a stage used to show Usher as the sun on the zodiac cross, a pagan religious belief, and the symbol was 2 opposing planets with the sun between them. If you look up today's astrology, guess what planets are in opposition with the sun between them? The Earth and Saturn. That's why Ice Spice and Taylor Swift used Saturn symbolism in their Karma video, and Usher was standing on a giant clock, aka Kronos or Saturn, the religion of the occultists. There's way more than I have time for in this video, from Usher's Baphomet symbols to the rigged game for the Chiefs and the aliens and Beyonce's AI symbolism and so on. Check out my show and just wake up already.
Okay, they're just trolling us at this point, right? Please just tell me that they're trolling us. Minutes after Super Bowl 58 ends, Joe Biden's personal X account posts this message, and it says, just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. Okay, like Joe Biden helped draw out the plans for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, okay? So this comes on the heels of months of Super Bowl conspiracies with Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift is like rigging the Super Bowl because they want the Chiefs to win because Taylor Swift brings in so much money. The NFL bring in new Swiftie fans. She's even going to be endorsing Joe Biden seemingly for the 2024 election. So it's like, are they just messing with us? Please just tell me that they are messing with us. I mean, just like we drew it up minutes after the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. You can't make this up, man. Look at this.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy with the red eyes like that. They're telling us, keeping us distracted with those phones. People looking at celebrities. Crazy. I didn't see that commercial.
Of course the Super Bowl was rigged. Life is nothing but a game, and we're not playing in it. Once you understand the rules to the Matrix, you will look at life completely different. Remember, they have to use numbers. They always use numbers to get out their message. Patrick Mahomes have 333 passing yards. Hartman catches the winning touchdown. 1 + 2 is 3. He scores the winning touchdown when it's 3 seconds left on the clock. Patrick Mahomes wins his 3rd Super Bowl. The halftime score was 3-10. 13. I made a video trying to warn people that the end of this year actually was 1-2-3, 1-2-3. a mirror reality. But it's a much deeper message when it comes to these games that these people play. The reason why number 3 was so powerful in the Super Bowl is because we live in a third dimension. What people don't understand is this old world is actually collapsing. They've been trying to tell you they're about to get rid of the old system. It goes back to the pyramid. There are 3 points to a pyramid because you need 3 points to make things manifest. You need the good, the bad, and you get the outcome. The 49ers represented the gold that was stole from the original people on this land. And the Chiefs was actually the native people to this land. They're letting you know they're about to take the land. So many people are mad like the Super Bowl was rigged. It was scripted. Let me tell you something. Your entire life is a script.
On the symbols up, y'all.
The Roman Empire never ended.
All right, before we get into that was the last Super Bowl clip. What do you guys think? I honestly, I'm never one to think that the sports are rigged like that, but this one, I kind of felt it. I felt it. I think the whole world knew, especially us that are awake, right? When they didn't score that touchdown and they kicked that field goal, the 49ers, in overtime, I knew it was over. I knew it. It started like they started building up Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce too much, and they wanted that. I think it was rigged. I'm gonna say it. I do. Let me know down below if you guys do. I think they wanted that Taylor Swift. They got a bunch of new fans with that. A bunch more viewers. They got the women in it. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you guys think.
It's still rock.
All right, that's it with the Super Bowl stuff, y'all. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it was rigged? A part of me does, y'all. The way they built this Taylor Swift thing into, I mean, everybody was talking about it, all of media. It's like they were building up that energy for the main stage of the Super Bowl when they're at the 50-yard line kissing. I know everyone saw it. I think this game was rigged. When the 49ers kicked that field goal in overtime, I was like, that's it. It's over. Not because Patrick Mahomes is a bad dude. He is. But I just think the powers that be, they wanted Taylor Swift on that field more than they wanted Brock Purdy on that field. We saw what he did at his press conference, what he said, thanking Jesus Christ and all that, right? And we know what they did with Houston, the Texans. I forgot CJ Stroud, when he thanked Jesus Christ, they edited that out on CBS. They edited that out, right? I don't think they wanted the Niners on that field because guess what? If the Niners would have won, I'm sure, I haven't been watching TV, but I'm sure all those talk shows right now are talking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. If the Niners won, they would have talked about it for 5 minutes, and guess what? Ready for next year. I think it was rigged, y'all. Let me know down below what you guys think, and let me know how you guys are liking this man cave, y'all.
The Roman Empire never ended. It's still rocking and rolling hard. I feel there's so many other secrets that everyone's discovering. We're starting to realize, wow, how did we fall for this? But it's not doom and gloom. I really believe there will be a movement. There is a movement to walk away from it all.
The 3 cities that still control the world, and they're all linked back to the Roman Empire. Obviously, at the seat of Rome, the headquarters of all of Catholicism, DC and the city of London, this thing claims that those power bases control politicians, court system, education, food supply, natural resources, the media, foreign policy, the global economy. 80% of the world's wealth flows through those 3 cities.
Oh, I'm fucking all in on this already.
Oddly, there's a crazy amount of maps that exist that exclude New Zealand. It's just not there. And I think that's kind of strange, something to think about. Why would an entire country with a 9,000-mile coast just be missing? But look, map after map.
Not
New
on there.
Zealand.
Those are facts.
What's
Can't deny facts, right?
Leave a comment, like, share, follow.
We are actually living in 1726. In 1991, a German historian by the name of Hermann Illig proposed a theory called phantom time hypothesis, suggesting that the years 814 through 911 AD never happened. Well, you see, Illig claimed that these years were actually made up by the Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII, by altering documentation and converting the Gregorian calendar in order to fast forward time to the sacred year 1000 AD, as Otto's ruling that starts on the millennial year 1000 AD would sound much better and be more legitimate. This theory is further backed up, as while there are written documents, there seem to be a lot of missing artifacts from those 297 years. Looking at the example of how Tartaria was written out of existence, it seems like it really wouldn't be that hard for the elites of the world to rewrite history. And just maybe,
you have a lot of rich people that live here that don't want to be known, don't want to be seen.
The so-called Panama Papers, world leaders and the mega rich hide billions of dollars.
This is crazy. It's the home of the first international Trump hotel. This used to be a Trump hotel behind me, but not anymore. But before any of this, Panama became a rich country over decades. 2 checkpoints, you have security cameras everywhere. This in the middle of Latin America. It's the first country to ditch its own currency and use US dollars. $56. The most expensive lunch I've had in 2 weeks in Latin America, here. It's home of the only Waldorf Astoria in Latin America. But Panama has a huge wealth gap and become super Americanized.
If you want to see that kind of culture, you have to go outskirts now.
This tiny country in Latin America has the same population as the state of Oregon. So why is Panama so rich?
Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, experimented with mind control. Clients were lured to the apartments by prostitutes. While there, they were given LSD and essentially researched by CIA researchers. During the 1970s, a commission investigating CIA operations in the United States discovered the presence of Project Extreme, a covert project that included drug use and torture to influence the minds of its victims. Those subjected to these tests were inmates at American universities, hospitals, and prisons, as well as those at covert detention facilities around the world. Electroconvulsive therapy studies in Montreal, Canada were another example of the CIA's cruel funding of research. There is still plenty we don't know about this, despite the fact that it's one of the deepest conspiracies in existence.
So can you imagine you're on your late night creep, right? It's late night, doing some things you ain't supposed to be doing, and you get lured into a hotel room, probably tied down or something, and they just give you LSD and you just start tripping and you can't do nothing. This is your first time ever doing it, never experienced it. Just start tripping. I wonder the after effects of what those people, how they were after all that. But that's the dirty things these CIA, they do, and they still do this stuff. Not saying with LSD, but with something new, right?
CIA was
History
actually
repeats
testing
itself.
various doses of LSD on prisoners, people seeking psychological help, even their own employees. They would kind of drip it into their coffee just to see what would happen.
That's messed up.
Oh, yeah. And it gets way worse than that. But essentially, they were trying to test to see if they could use mind control on people.
I know they're probably doing it with like captive people. There it is. I knew
I
it
was just
tasted
clicking my
funny.
pen. I was
The
just
start
clicking
of the
my pen.
episode, I went like this because I was like, "What is going on here?"
Just clicking my pen.
Prisoners.
I think this country has the finest bureaucratic regulations in the world, and the other countries are way behind. Here, the patient has to go to very difficult bureaucratic process, which usually most of the patients will not be able to go through because they die during the process.
Anyone who's innovative in medicine creates waves in the medical system. However, in his case, I was continually surprised that they didn't put him out of business.
Some of my patients told me that they were approached by the agents sent to them from Texas Board of Medical Examiners, who are trying to convince them to file complaints against me. So this was shocking to me. And what is surprising, that they were using the state money, they were using taxpayers' money to travel a long distance, like from Houston to California, to convince our patients who are in California to file complaints against me.
When I arrived, he had 7 charts ready for me to review. that had been reviewed by the National Cancer Institute, who also made a site visit the year before. The National Cancer Institute reported that these 7 patients were either in complete remission or there was substantial improvement. I was astounded.
Change that's come about in the last 2 or 3 years.
Now, we all know why they cover that up, right? Money. That's it. They got the cure to one of the deadliest diseases ever on this earth, but they don't want to give it to us, the people, because of the money. They make too much money. There's no money in the cure. There's only money in the treatment, right? They probably got cures for everything, but there's no money in that. It's sad. It's a sad world we're in, but I mean, people got the cure to all that. And everyone knows somebody close to them that has dealt with that. And the only reason there's no cure for it is because they want their money. Terrible.
Complete remission or there was substantial improvement. I was astounded.
Change that's come about in the last 2 or 3 years is there probably isn't a child over the age of 6 that isn't deeply concerned about change. I mean, there were reports in the past, but now the focus of the world are on those problems. Whether it's droughts, whether it's storms, whether it's the seaside being ruined, just undermining life.
Everything. And in a way, has slightly, I'm afraid, eclipsed the importance of this conversation. No one's saying it isn't incredibly devastating, but actually we do need to think long term about the planet.
Yeah, and it's a distraction, well, not distraction, it's a tragedy, but it does have that knock-on effect.
Explain to me this.
Wendy, let's see it. What you
ring?
Ooh, it's
How
so
crazy
beautiful.
she
What
looks.
you got to say for the camera?
Look at her.
He's out by getting stuff. I'm waiting for him to come back. He's out by getting stuff.
Not a strong believer in reptilians, but maybe.
What are your thoughts?
Well, how would we build multiple structures above ground with Japan and China and others orbiting the moon?
Goes back to the coalition. It's been happening for years. A lot of the times when stuff was going up and we were told it was going up for the International Space Station, it wasn't. It was going up for this moon.
The backside
Yes, ma'am.
insulate. What do you think is inside the moon base?
I would have to say it's a multinational group. It would have to be members from our coalition: Great Britain, France, Germany, United States, Canada. Yes.
What do they do?
It's just a trade route. It's a port.
And the people who are in this base backside of the moon, what are they doing? Where do they go?
I think they're training, and as far as where they go, I'm not sure where they go, but I know it's many light years away.
And we have all the oxygenated atmosphere. That's why we had giants. That's why we house had these giant trees. That's why you had the sequoias. And Joe cut me off on the giants, but you can dig down there. You can see it in the 1800s newspapers. Throughout the 1800s and early 1900s, all around America, farmers were digging up giant bones.
Well, I believe
They
it.
sent hundreds and hundreds of skulls, all these bones to the Smithsonian. The Smithsonian made a huge apology for losing or destroying all these bones. They're all gone. There's no more of these bones left. Where are the giant bones? They're probably hidden somewhere. But giants existed. It's known. It's a fact. People lived longer in the old days than we do now. It's a fact. And the reason I know it's a fact is because there's evidence. And the other reason I know it's a fact is because I can do it today. The biggest pyramid.
Like, what's the agenda behind that? Of like, we're not going to lose our mind if there's giants back in the day, right? There's giant lizards, dinosaurs, right? We don't freak out about that. Why would we freak out if there was giant us in the past? Like, I don't know if people would freak out. I don't think people would lose their mind. I think people would find that interesting and be like, damn, Like, why do they gotta hide this stuff from us? There's giant trees, like, why? I think that's cool.
Is in Indonesia. I think they found one, and there's another huge one that's in Europe, right in Bosnia. I think it's Bosnia. But they're all over the place. They all had the gold up there that was shooting all the energy up in there. The energy was hitting up there, kind of like we do with communications and the SEALs and NEVAs, the near vertical incendiary skywave. So it shoots up like that. It hits and it goes like this, and all that energy is just being pushed up into the atmosphere. And then amber in the amber that they find real deep, and they find it, and they can take the atmosphere, because amber traps whatever atmospheric conditions are on Earth at that time, and they can test it and see how old it is through whatever other stuff is trapped in it, organics. So I know that this amber is 5,000 years old, and inside of this amber is a little bit of air trapped. And they test that atmosphere inside the air, and what is it made up of? It's not the same atmosphere we're breathing right now. There's way more oxygen and way more energy in the atmosphere.
If you invest $100 a month from age 25 to age 65 in a decent growth stock mutual fund, it will be $1,176,000. You retire a millionaire, 25 to 65. But you can't have a $750 F-150 payment. You can't have a student loan that's been around so long you think it's a pet, a MasterCard, American Distress, or Discovered Bondage.
All right, family, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been a while. I don't know if you guys remember, my older Cave fam know about this. I used to do inflation TikToks, car payments, and we used to always end it with some type of investing, motivational clip. So I thought I'd throw it in there. I do that. I know last year my year return was like, I think it was 15%. Boy, if I can get 15% over 30 years, you know how much money I'll retire with? A lot of money. But that doesn't happen. I'm hoping for an 8 to 10% return. But anyone that, is, especially if you're young, if you got time, I try to get my nieces on it, $100. That's it. $100 at 18. And if you do that, you're going to retire with a lot of money. But in one ear and out the other with the youngsters, you know what I mean? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Make sure you guys, if you made it this far, leave a like and a comment down below and subscribe, y'all. Those likes go a long way. You guys don't even know, so please leave that like. And my other YouTube page, like I said, I reacted to a police body cam. So if you guys want to go check that out, link is in the description. Please go subscribe to that. Trying to get that to 1,000. When we get there, we will be doing a giveaway. And let me know, y'all, what kind of tank should I put back here? A 5-gallon sick beta tank that'll be all full of plants, live plants, or a 10-gallon glow-in-the-dark glowfish tank? Let me know down below, because I think that looks sick back there. But anyways, y'all, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'll see you guys on the next reaction on Wednesday. Y'all have a good week. Later.